Believe it, yes, you heard that right. The current president of the United States, Donald Trump, oh my God, has set his eyes on the wildly popular social media app, TikTok. This isn't just another one of his outlandish claims or a fleeting interest. This is serious business, folks. Remember when Trump said he wanted to buy Greenland? We all laughed, right? It seemed like a joke, a bizarre idea that was more suited for a late-night comedy show than a serious political discussion. But Trump has always had a knack for surprising us with his unconventional ideas. Well, hold on to your hats, folks, because this time he's got his sights set on something even bigger. TikTok. Yes, the app that has taken the world by storm, the one that has millions of users hooked with its short, snappy videos. That's right, the app your kids are obsessed with, the one with all the dancing videos. Trump wants a piece of that action. But why? What could possibly be the reason behind this unexpected move? Now you might be thinking, why on earth would a former president want a social media app? It seems like a strange ambition for someone who has held the highest office in the land. But as with many things, Trump, there's more to the story than meets the eye. Well, according to Trump, it's all about national security. He has repeatedly expressed concerns about the app's ownership and the potential risks it poses to American users. In his view, TikTok, owned by Chinese company ByteDance, is a security risk, potentially sharing user data with the Chinese government. Sounds scary, right? He claims that TikTok, owned by Chinese company ByteDance, is a security risk, potentially sharing user data with the Chinese government. This isn't just idle speculation, it's a concern that has been echoed by various security experts and government officials. The idea that a foreign power could have access to the personal information of millions of Americans is indeed a chilling thought. But is it really that simple? Is this move purely about protecting national security? Or is there something else going on here? Could there be other motivations at play, perhaps related to power, influence, or even personal vendettas? Or is there something else going on here? Some analysts suggest that this could be part of a broader strategy to curb China's growing influence in the tech world. By targeting one of China's most successful tech exports, Trump could be sending a message about American dominance in the digital age. Buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the wild world of Trump's TikTok takeover. This isn't just a simple story about a social media app, it's a complex tale involving international politics, economic power, and the future of the internet. This isn't just about dancing videos, folks. While TikTok is famous for its fun and entertaining content, the app represents much more than that. It's a platform that has revolutionized the way we consume media, connect with others, and even influence culture. It's about power, money, and the future of the internet as we know it. The battle over TikTok is a microcosm of the larger struggle for control over the digital landscape. Whoever controls TikTok controls a significant piece of the online world, with all the data, influence, and economic potential that comes with it. And trust me, it's gonna be a wild ride. So stay tuned as we unravel the layers of this intriguing story, exploring the motivations, implications, and potential outcomes of Trump's audacious bid for TikTok. This is one saga you won't want to miss. So, Trump's plan isn't just to shut down TikTok in the US. Oh no, that would be too easy. Instead, he has something far more ambitious in mind. He wants to buy it. Yes, you heard that right. The idea is to take control of one of the most popular social media platforms in the world, and not just buy it, but create a whole new branch of the US government to run it. Imagine a government department dedicated solely to managing a social media app. I'm talking about a US government wealth fund. This isn't just a small-scale operation, it's a massive financial endeavor. Imagine that for a second, your tax dollars funding a government-owned TikTok. It's a radical idea, but let's break it down. Think of the possibilities government-sponsored dance challenges, where you could see your favorite politicians busting a move. PSAs about the importance of paying your taxes, cleverly integrated into viral trends. Maybe even a presidential cameo or two. Imagine the President of the United States popping up in your feed, delivering messages directly to the youth. But seriously, folks, this is where things get really interesting. The implications of such a move are vast and complex. This wealth fund wouldn't just be about managing TikTok. It would be a way for the government to generate revenue from a massively popular social media platform. It would be a way for the government to generate revenue from a massively popular social media platform. We're talking billions of dollars here, people, all flowing directly into government coffers. We're talking billions of dollars here, people, all flowing directly into government coffers. This could potentially fund a myriad of public projects and services. Now on the surface, that might not seem like a bad thing. More money for the government, right? It could mean better infrastructure, more social programs, and even tax cuts. More money for the government, right? But hold on a minute. What happens when the government starts controlling the platforms we use to communicate? What happens when the government starts controlling the platforms we use to communicate? What happens when they control the information we see and the voices we hear? What happens when they control the information we see and the voices we hear? It's a dangerous game, my friends, and one we need to think long and hard about. It's a dangerous game, my friends, and one we need to think long and hard about. The balance between government control and personal freedom is delicate, and tipping the scales could have unforeseen consequences. The balance between government control and personal freedom is delicate, and tipping the scales could have unforeseen consequences. We must consider the potential for censorship and the loss of free speech. We must consider the potential for censorship and the loss of free speech. History has shown us that when governments control the flow of information, it can lead to propaganda and manipulation. History has shown us that when governments control the flow of information, it can lead to propaganda and manipulation. It's crucial that we have open discussions about these issues and consider all the implications. It's crucial that we have open discussions about these issues and consider all the implications. We need to involve a diverse range of voices in this conversation to ensure that all perspectives are heard. We need to involve a diverse range of voices in this conversation to ensure that all perspectives are heard. Only then can we make informed decisions about the future of our digital landscape. Only then can we make informed decisions about the future of our digital landscape. The idea of a government-owned social media platform is intriguing, but it comes with significant risks and challenges. The idea of a government-owned social media platform is intriguing, but it comes with significant risks and challenges. We must weigh these carefully before moving forward. The future of our communication and the integrity of our information depend on the choices we make today. The future of our communication and the integrity of our information depend on the choices we make today. Let's make sure we choose wisely. Let's talk privacy, people. In today's digital age, privacy has become one of the most pressing issues we face. With every click, every like, and every share, we leave behind a digital footprint that can be tracked, analyzed, and potentially misused. It's not just about what we willingly share, but also about what is collected without our explicit consent. Or rather, the lack thereof. The lines between public and private have blurred, and it's becoming increasingly difficult to keep our personal lives truly personal. Every app we use, every website we visit, and every device we own is a potential gateway for data collection. One of the biggest concerns with a government-run TikTok is, you guessed it, surveillance. Imagine a world where every dance move, every lip sync, and every funny video you post is monitored by the government. It's not just about the fun and games, it's about the potential for constant oversight. Think about it. The government already collects a ton of data on us. From our tax records to our medical histories, there's already a vast amount of information in their hands. Adding our social media activities to this mix could give them an unprecedented level of insight into our lives. Now imagine them having access to everything we do on TikTok, our messages, our searches, even our faces. Every filter we use, every hashtag we follow, and every trend we participate in could be logged and analyzed. It's not just about what we post, but also about what we watch, what we like, and who we interact with. I know what you're thinking. Trevor, I've got nothing to hide. I'm a law-abiding citizen. And while that may be true, it's not just about hiding something. It's about the principle of having a private space, a sanctuary where we can be ourselves without the fear of being watched. And that's great, folks, really. But privacy is a fundamental human right. It's about having the freedom to express ourselves, to explore new ideas, and to connect with others without the looming shadow of surveillance. But here's the thing. Privacy isn't just about hiding something, it's about control. It's about having the power to decide what we share and with whom. It's about setting boundaries and having those boundaries respected. It's about having the right to decide who has access to your information and how it's used. When we lose control over our personal data, we lose a part of our autonomy. We become vulnerable to manipulation, exploitation, and even discrimination. And let's not forget about the potential for abuse. History has shown us that power, when unchecked, can lead to corruption. The more data the government has, the more power they wield. And with great power comes the potential for great misuse. What happens when a future administration decides to use this data for their own political gain? What if they start targeting political opponents, activists, or even ordinary citizens who dare to speak out against them? The potential for misuse is vast and terrifying. What happens when they start targeting individuals or groups based on their online activity? Imagine being scrutinized for every post, every comment, and every like. The chilling effect on free speech and expression would be profound. It's a slippery slope, my friends, and one that could lead us down a very dark path. A path where our every move is watched, our every word is recorded, and our every action is judged. We must be vigilant and protect our right to privacy, for it is the cornerstone of our freedom and democracy. Alright folks, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, free speech. Now, we all know that the First Amendment guarantees our right to free speech. But what happens when the government is the one controlling the platform where that speech is happening? Think about it. If the government owns TikTok, they get to decide what content is allowed and what isn't. They could censor content they don't like, promote content they do, and generally control the narrative in a way we've never seen before. Now, I know, they'll probably say it's all about protecting us from harmful content like hate speech or misinformation, and that's a noble goal for sure. But who gets to decide what's harmful? Who gets to decide what's true and what's not? It's a dangerous game, my friends, and one that could have a chilling effect on free speech as we know it.